crazy hopper boys swimming around, causing trouble for everybody.
Uh-huh.
But, the dolphins need help too. And the mer people, they respect him. So he's like king of the sea, this guy. And, for now, I don't know if there's too much to say. Maybe we make one more. In the future, we have more stories about him. But this guy, he just stay wild in the ocean. So just be careful where you stick your wee-wee, right?
Yes, because if you're not careful, you could give birth to a whole new subspecies of creature that is wildly unpredictable and could be predatory towards humans.
True.
Always be
like
careful.
Uncle Mahu, he had to make some decisions a long time ago.
Oh, I have a question, brother.
Yeah.
Uncle Mahu. How did he get that name? Is that a family name?
Well, you see, sometimes in the Hawaiian culture,
Mm-hmm.
you get the family, and they have 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
But you only have room for 2 boys. You need 1 girl for make pound poi and make dina for everybody to eat.
To do vahine things?
Yeah, to do what the vahines do, the women.
Oh.
And so they turn the boy into 1 girl. And, he put on pretty dresses, and stay at home. Maybe makeup, if they got some. And, and then you go out into the world and, sometimes a sailor, a good handsome sailor, see him. And, Uncle Mahu's like, hey, he liked me. So, we do stuff together, And, yeah, Uncle Mahu.
So what you're saying is, in a nutshell, it's like when there's a all one sex of a plant in an area, so that in order to reproduce or actually function normally, kind of, some of them have to kind of turn into the other sex.
Yeah.
Except this is obviously, it's an imitation where they are instead basically doing a cross-dressing and or not trans, but it's like a heavy cultural deal where they force a boy to act like a girl.
Yeah, just treat them like one.
Yeah, well, yeah, it ends up.
He hang out with mama, and the other boys go fishing with dad.
Yeah, it ends up being the same kind of thing, I think, in the end, as if you just forced him to. Because I guess if you treat him that way, you're basically forcing him into a fucking duality. Oh my god, that's fucking heavy shit right there, boy. Wow, that's fucking intense.
And then you get the lonely sailors that come in, and
Oh boy. Oh.
At least Wiener Schnitzel, he found one vahine, one true vahine.
Yeah.
She might have been a little thick,
So she was actually like 3 vahines, but in one.
Oh yeah, one hell of a woman.
A lot to handle, man. All that and more.
She pound poi with her fists.
Ooh, God. Oh my God. And you really didn't want her pissed off at you.
Yeah, she wrestled. She wrestled sharks. Bring home food.
I throw your ass on the ground and make you smell my butt. That is a hell of a woman. Oof. Wow. But the Hawaiians tend to like them a little more sizable, yes? Well, they tend to be bigger. Right?
Yes,
They tend to be bigger people.
sign of stability.
Yeah, sure. Life is good. Look how big you get. Yeah, I get it. That's pretty interesting sociologically speaking, I think. They value it.
Yeah, I think some people imagine the Hawaiian women to be thin, beautiful hula dancers, but the reality is big, strong
Sturdy.
women. Yes.
Workers.
Yep. All day long raising the keikis.
Big cakeys. Also. That's just an industrial sized fucking race of people. God damn. It was impressive to see some Samoans, dude. That's some shit. Yeah, dude. God damn. Wow. For the fucking life of me, I can't remember the goddamn name of that son of a... The fucking ocean sound effects. I cannot fucking for the life of me find them. Bastard.
Oh well.
I tried to do my weak ass fucking dolphin noises, but dolphin rape becomes a very dicey place to go into. Difficult to navigate. Well, but they say they're highly intelligent creatures, dude. You imagine?
Cousin to the human.
Yeah. I've often wondered, especially I suppose if I was, having a psychedelic moment, stuff like, what if we could understand the language of dolphins and whales, excuse me. Not like interpreted or translated into words we could understand, yet we understand what their language, what it means to them. Like, what shit would they have to talk about? What do they say to each other? Is it just simple as like, hey, there's some fish over here, come on, let's go get it? Or is it like ancient knowledge and fucking they speak out in like poetic, like rhymed couplets and parable? Or what do they do? What are they saying to each other?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Humans are pretty weird with all our eccentricities,
Yeah. I
all
imagine
our bullshit.
I imagine they probably have them too. But it's just
Sure.
so weird. Like, what are the stories that their fucking generations pass down to the other ones, the young ones? Or is it all just fucking shit into them when they are born? Just kind of, here, you go and fucking continue this shit.
They're like, watch out for the Japanese, they'll try and eat
you. Sharks, Japanese, and probably killer whales, those would be a problem for you. The rest, you'll figure it out. 413 Dream by The Cure. Siren Song. Sleep When I'm Dead. Lay something on me, brother. What else do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the kind.
The kind, bro. All right. What about the kind?
You know the kind I'm talking about, right?
I know the kind, Yeah, but you got to tell them all about the kind. The kind is the kind. We know that much. Come on.
Well, you know the kind. Like,
yeah.
Sometimes when you try and explain something and you don't really want to be, you're kind of lazy and you don't want to, like, say it. So you just say, oh, let's go do the kind. And you're like, huh? Like, what do you mean the kind? You're like, oh, like, let's go down to the beach. And you're like, oh yeah, the kind. Okay. And, stuff like that. But it could be anything, right? Like, let's go eat some of the kind. And you're like, oh yeah, what do you mean? What do you want to eat? And you're like, the kind, like a hamburger.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a
the
hamburger.
kind. Yeah, let's hit the kind,
And
man.
they're like, oh yeah, the kind. Okay, yeah, let's go get the kind.
And
Or you're like, let's go do the kind. And you're like, what?
so it's
And you're
more
like, yeah.
it's more like an implied meaning kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
in smaller groups when you're talking with people that know basically what you're talking about, but you just kind of are shitting around with it. The kind, bro. The kind.
Yeah, and sometimes you know what they're saying, sometimes you don't. But you just
Go with
and if
it.
you don't, then you ask them what the fuck they're talking about, and then they tell you, and then you're like, oh yeah, the kind.
Which kind?
So
What
it's
kind
kind
of
of like,
kind? Who kind?
so it's kind of a waste of time to say the kind, but it's just something you do.
Which seems to be slightly indicative of some of the ways of the Hawaiian culture. It's very,
Yeah,
very, very relaxed about a lot of shit. So much
And the
so.
mahu, they never have any problem with mahu because that's always the kind.
Yeah. the Mahu. The Mahu the kind? Oh
They don't need
yeah.
no special privileges, no nothing. They don't need they just
Oh, that's the kind.
they're already there. They don't need no flag, none of that.
Oof. Wow, that's just rough. So is it usually the youngest who becomes the Mahu? Or is it just the one who can be
Well,
bitched out the
I would
easiest?
guess it would be the youngest because the older ones would be the boys, and then
beats
if you
them,
get the third boy, then it's like, well,
and
what do we do with the third boy?
and he can't beat their ass, so he loses out.
Yeah, and he becomes the kind.
But what if the Mahu starts out small because he's young, but then ends up getting fucking bigger than everybody else and able to kick their fucking ass? Does somebody else become the Mahu?
Nah, he's just the gentle giant.
Oh, so they've already bitched him out so hard and probably done some really nasty things to him repeatedly enough that his will to fight and live is kind of gone.
Well, I don't think they're unhappy. I think they just assume the position,
Oh, yes. God, what a way with words. I love it. You really painted a picture.
They got a grass skirt on.
Oh, God. Aloha oe. Aloha. Aloha oe. I like your grass skirt. Hi there. Like that mahu in the fucking gas station.
Yeah, the minute stop.
Yeah. Minute stop. That's just
the minute stop. All you need is 1 minute.
Yeah, because that's all you're gonna want in that joint.
Yep, meet me in the bathroom.
Oof. Get in and out of there in a minute. Fuck this.
In and out Mahu burger.
Special price on the tea. Hey, thanks. See you later, man. Cool. Fuck out of here.
And a box of fried chicken to go.
There you are. Hi.
Hi.
Hi there. Hi. Uh-oh. We won't descend into this madness again. Staring at the fucking... What?
Huh? Who?
Keep going. Hit me up. with
You got
the feet.
any good more Hawaiian musics?
I
You
do.
know the kind.